All right, guys, if you've been following for a little while now, we're going over something different today. We're going over the patch notes. So we got this nice little tweet here out of Arc Raiders earlier today at noon. So about 7 hours ago at the time of recording this video. Looks like we're getting a couple new weapons, new archetype, little map condition, new player project, shredders everywhere. Great. A little scrappy rework and a couple other things. So we're actually going to dive into the actual patch notes here, and we'll go through it step by step. All right, it looks like we get a new little probe that comes down onto the map here called the Assessor. It looks kind of like the Arc probes, has like the little beams of the surveyors and stuff coming up. And it seems like based on the patch notes here, it may be something that we can loot. And I think this is something to do with the new archetype that we're getting, which is the Vaporizer, which we're going to show next. And great, guys. If you thought the Rocketeer was bad, now we have this thing flying around. I don't know what kind of weaponry this thing has, but I can't imagine it's going to be too fun to try and blow up. And I'm thinking it's going to hurt. Honestly, this is probably the thing that was flying around in the sandstorm over on Spaceport. So I'm thinking it's roughly going to be about that size. So are we looking at a new flying boss, roughly the size of, you know, the Queen or the Matriarch, but now it flies around in the air? Excited to see what this one looks like tomorrow morning after the update hits. All right, it looks like, so the Canto is going to be a submachine gun that runs on medium ammunition. That could actually slap, for chance, or maybe. The Dolabra looks like a new shotgun that's going to be running on energy ammo. Both of them specifically say that they're good against Arc. Now we'll have to see what those things are like whenever it comes to PvP. Looks like we're also getting a new tactical equipment here, the Surge Coil. Looks like some sort of thing that you put behind you, maybe. It's a little, like, probe-like looking thing that'll just, like, periodically, like, shock and stuff like that. So maybe it'll be something fun to use for, like, a little counter-flank mechanism. But it also says that it doesn't shock anything. It's going to drift off into orbit. So I'm curious how long the deploy time's going to be, how long it's going to stay there, if it's going to be more like a, you know, like a tactical thing that you use in the middle of a fight, or if it's something you can put down and it'll last for like 5 minutes. New player project, the high gain antenna. We'll make sure that we get a full guide on how to get this thing done quick and efficiently, going over the rewards. Is it worth? Is it not? You know, for the players that grind this game, it's probably going to be worth. For those of you that have the 9-to-5 jobs and everything like that, I'll let you guys know if it's actually worth putting time into and rushing maybe before, let's say, an expedition or like the trophy case or something like that. We're getting a Scrappy feeding boost. It looks like we can feed Scrappy some sort of snacks, and he's going to boost his stats and bring us certain materials. Curious to see what that's going to be looking like. I'm wondering if it's just like a catch-all, like overall percentage, or how exactly that's going to be going on with Scrappy. We'll have to look at that whenever that actually gets implemented here soon. Ah, yes. Shredders. Shredders on Blue Gate, I'm thinking, is going to be terrifying. So it says somebody left the Stella Montes doors open on their way out. So it looks like we're getting shredders to Blue Gate, Buried City, Spaceport, and Dam Battlegrounds. Take deployable shields, because you're probably going to need them. Now, this is what I'm probably most hyped about in this update, is some crafting improvements. It looks like we're able to recycle things in your inventory, maybe source it from like Celeste or something like that with seeds. And there has a bunch of different options that we're going to be able to kind of do, and you can kind of pick and choose there. So that way you don't have to do so many different tabs. I think this is going to streamline crafting a little bit. Obviously, we won't know until we get the full look tomorrow. So we'll have to see what that looks like after the update. But I'm excited for this. I think this is something that was drastically needed. Hopefully this streamlines the entire like crafting menu, organization, upgrading, stuff like that. Hopefully this makes it better. All right, it looks like we're getting a couple new bundle sets here. The Wasp and Hunter set. I'm going to be honest, still not impressed with the skins. They don't really look all that crazy. I don't know what we're wearing on our heads. It looks like we're wearing a Roomba with a big eyeball. And that just, I don't even know what that is. The cosmetics could still use a big improvement. So here's a little bit of the stuff that we're going to be expecting here, like this new season. We're getting these in April. Whatever this one is in the middle actually looks half decent. Everything else, questionable. I mean, the little Riot Guard set could go hard maybe with taking a few things on and off. Not real sure what all is going on over there, but that does not pass the drip check. It does not pass the drip check. Whatever's going on here in the middle could be good. Again, we'll have to see color variation, stuff like that. All right, guys, that's just a quick little video covering the upcoming patch here. Going to be March 31st at 5 a.m. Eastern. Honestly, I'm excited for this. It's good to get some new content. We got a new big arc flying around. Got a couple new weapons to mess around with. Looks like some new tactical stuff. And a couple different changes to crafting and scrapping and stuff like that. Let me know in the comments if you guys think this is going to be a good change that possibly brings Arc Raiders back to its once great place. Or if you think this is just kind of another sloppy update that really isn't going to bring, you know, a lot of the players back to the game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good one. Stay safe. Catch you later.